unfairness they will meet in their life.
Put one gender on a higher pedestal than the other.
Negative view towards other genders.
Like norms, expectations, and also stereotype. For my opinion, gender discrimination basically are more like norms, expectations, and also stereotype. Especially genders like male and female, we are expected that we are capable in certain areas than an opposite sex. Like male is actually like should be have more like doing more physical work, are more capable in physical work, while female are most it should be more details. Those are the stereotype. Expectation is they will actually expect females to have like more development and encourage like are more outgoing, and female will actually be more intro and more taking family take care of family. These are those traditional opinion. That's what I think. How does it form the gender discrimination? So overall, I don't think gender discrimination is actually a bad thing. It just shows a society of how the ideas.
In my point of view, gender discrimination is when somebody, or say an entity or somebody or a group of people, put one gender on a higher pedestal than the other. In Malaysia, actually in the world lah, it's mostly men who are put in a higher position than women.
I would, in my opinion, gender discrimination would be like stereotype or negative point of view. I mean, it's like negative view towards other genders, yeah, and probably thinking the other gender is weaker in some aspects or stronger in some aspects.
I think gender discrimination is when the two genders are not treated equally, like either one is being treated better than the other.
Gender discrimination, although it has been a very viral topic all around the world, but yeah, it's something that is happening. And although we have a lot of influencers and big people out there voicing out their opinions about how we shouldn't discriminate females especially, and I think they did a very good job, because it's very hard to voice out your own opinion, even though you knew beforehand that you'll be receiving harsh comments or any criticisms. So I think that it's a very great move. It's a great first move that they made to make our society fair, so that all genders would receive equal treatment.
When I was younger, I didn't have the ability to go out for camps or go out to any activity because I was a girl. So every time I asked my dad, like, oh, why can't I go out? And then they'd be like, oh, you're a girl, you're not supposed to go out this late, or like, it's not safe for you. Then when I said, like, oh, how come my cousins can, and they're boys? And then they'll be like, oh, because they're boys, they can protect themselves. But you're a girl, so that's a situation that I'm experiencing now.
Oh, well, like few years ago, like it's my own experience. Like few years ago, I went and visit one relative, and as you know, among Chinese and those older generation, they have like quite bias towards guys. Like, my relative was like 90 something, and I wanted to hold her to cross the road, and she refused me, and like ran up to my brother. So that time I was like, wow, get really hurt, because as from her conversation, she always like prioritize my brothers. Yeah.
For my personal experience, when my dad brought like a house, and then all my relatives is saying that the house is for my brother, not for me, even though maybe I will pay for it. But then my brother is still young, but he can own the house. So I think this is a kind of discrimination. And also during my granddad funeral, then all the son can stand in front, and then all the daughters have to stand at the back, even though like we are same like children of my granddad. Is that yeah?
Mostly what I've experienced is rather minor issues lah. So for example, if there's anything wrong with your car, you assume that the man in the house supposed to go fix. Fathers and families in general, they don't really teach their daughters how to handle like car problems. So whenever a girl has a car problem, she just like call the first guy she know. So like it's a cycle lah, because like she won't know and then it just goes on. And also when going out, sometimes they expect guys to pay. So that's also not that great, because the guy also very kasian. Yeah.
I wouldn't say discrimination, but then there's only very few boys in our class. It's not considered discrimination, but it tends to segregate us because it's all boys in our group for normal classes, like for group projects.
So far, I haven't seen or experienced anything, but there may be that I do not know of.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Probably nothing major, nothing that heavily affects. Maybe just little stereotypes here and there.
The students in Sunway are more modern, so gender discrimination is not so obvious in Sunway because most of us are not so traditional thinking. So we won't, like guys, they won't think they are like much better or much stronger than girls. And the girls also will be kind of like more independent, and you know they won't ask guys to just like open doors for them, all those stuff.
Yeah, definitely. You're not using the full potential of your citizens lah. So because let's say now the stereotype is that women mostly they're not encouraged to pursue their career all the way. Like once you get married, you're expected to settle down and become housewife, etc. So like that woman could have a lot of potential to contribute to the nation's economy, but because of the stereotype towards her, then she cannot fulfill that potential.
It kind of affects us, but it can be improved because we can change our point of view towards other genders, and I think it will cause like less harmony between people, and yeah, I think that's all.
I think since this issue is a deep-rooted issue that has been going on for generations and generations, and now in the 21st century we only realize that it's more bigger than what it actually is. It has actually caused a lot of women in the past to, miss out on opportunities, right? So we do see the impacts of like centuries of women oppression until today. So like in the society, maybe like one good example is like I think it's in one of the Norwegian countries like Iceland or something, where they had a major bank breakdown and all the banks in the country actually shut down except for one, which was run by females. So you can see that if a female is placed inside a position of power, maybe those type of things can be prevented. So, and females can actually help grow economy, make our country better, because if we have a voice in and a say in what goes on around here, an equal voice to men. I'm not saying that we should be put higher, but ask us for our point of view, ask us what we think, and more viable and better solutions can be, put in place. Yeah, so it'll impact our society in a very big way if gender discrimination does go on.
Gender discrimination will affect the development of our society because if the society were more prone to one gender to develop the society, the other gender will be left out. Like for now, as you can see, there are more male leaders in the society, and if we are too prone to this phenomena, and in the end, girls will be left out. Whereas actually, male can be a good leader also. But if
they don't have the chance to prove themselves, we will lose the opportunity for the females to shine and to serve the community. So this will affect our development and yeah.
I would say that it definitely still affect the society, especially while men are more capable than women. That's why men should get paid higher. That's also one of the argument between the payment between male and female.
Kind of like, because I don't know what to say. Wait.
Let me think about it.
Some ways. Okay, I cannot. How to say?